What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Kyle.
And I'm Hayley.
And in today's video, we are showing you the Peak District in a way we've never shown you it before. Okay, so this video was shot a little bit differently to how we normally film our videos. You know me, I love a good cinematic. I like to take all the angles that I possibly can. This was a paid for experience and we had like a time slot to do it in as well. So we took all the cameras and we tried to capture it as best we could for you guys.
And that being said, we wanted to at least capture what we could because it's such a unique perspective to see the Peak District from the sky. We just couldn't pass it up. Okay,
so we shot this a couple of weeks ago now, as you guys are seeing it, if you're watching it on release day. And our day starts at about 2 PM in the afternoon. Okay, it is the last day of August.
Yes.
I think it's the 31st of August. Not sure when this video is going to come out on the channel. Might be very soon, might be in a month or so. We might have been to Scotland since now. But today, we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be showing you, well I am, we'll get into that. We're going to be showing you the Peak District, as we always do, but from a whole another perspective. This is something that's been on my bucket list for quite a long time. I thought it was reserved for people that have a lot of money. And granted, this was still a bit expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But today, we've come out to a place called Camphill. This is a gliding club, because today, we're going to do a bit of flying. So, although we were forecast a fair bit of rain, blue skies are above us, so looks like pretty good flying weather. Not that I know anything about that. If you want to come and do this, you can buy it as an experience. This costs £99, which is on the top end of expensive for us, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, and that's why I'm doing it. This one isn't. You've already done it.
I've done it loads of times.
This one used to be in the cadets,
yeah.
RAF cadets.
I used to go flying for free.
Yep, I've paid for it today instead. So this one's going to be eyes on the ground with this camera. I'm going to go up, and we've got a new head cam rig if my hair doesn't get in the way. So you should be able to see from my perspective what's going off, and then if I can get away with it, I'll take the 360 cam up with me as well. And it should provide everyone with a pretty nice view of the Peak District, much higher than you've ever seen it before. So I'm excited, let's do it, let's do it.
So first things first, we headed to the gliding club, and what we did was we parked up and then met up with a guide that kind of gave us a lift up to the airfield. It was just us, one other guy inside the car with him, and then we got to the bus, and the bus is where we signed some legal paperwork.
Yeah, so they've got like this big bus thing at the other end of the strip. That's like their moving office. They've got like, they had like tables in there. There's like a little shop in there with like chocolate and stuff. If
I'm being honest, I think it was their air traffic control.
Yeah, it's basically air traffic control, but it was a bus. So I signed my life away. You have to legally become a member of the gliding club just for like a couple hours whilst you do this experience. So I did that, and then we were taken over to actually go and have a look at the glider.
The gliding instructor took us to see one of the gliders. The one in particular was the one that Kyle was flying that day, and he showed us the ins and outs of the glider and all the functions that it has and any emergency things that you might need to consider whilst flying it.
Like jumping out?
Yeah.
If you want to control it, there's a couple of things you need to be aware of then. So when you hold on to the stick, I don't want you to be doing this, alright? If you hold on to the stick, it's virtually finger and thumb, that's all. So what we'll do then, you guys are going to help me now. We're going to get this glider and we're going to come in behind this one here.
With that being said, you also get fitted with parachutes. It's the first time I've ever put a parachute on in my life. Not for you.
No.
We'll get into that. So I was taught how to put the parachute on. I could do that by myself eventually. And once we've been through all the safety stuff, that's when I actually sat in the glider for the first time. which was pretty cool.
Stand on the seat, hold on to the sides there.
Okay.
All right.
On the seat, not touching the.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
So the thing about gliders is obviously they don't have an engine. So the way that they get them up into the air, at this club at least, is they use a winch system. And it's basically this huge engine that's at the other end of the field. We didn't get footage of this because obviously it was a bit run and gun, so I figured I'd tell you about it. It basically has a huge cable, and they pull that cable and they attach it underneath the glider.
Cable on, please. Open. Close.
And essentially that cable then gets reeled in really quite fast, and that's what gets the glider up into the air. It's almost like a giant kite. This is the bit where I took off, and I wasn't really prepared for how quick this was going to be.
Right, so stick is forward, the downwind rudder, holding on, and we're going to get going. Okay?
I'm ready.
Ready.
And you get to do this every day.
Yeah. Okay, there's the speed. Now rotating into the line. That's it. Continuing in the climb, that's it. Better looking out to the sides, aren't you?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Quick, isn't it?
Very.
Yeah.
And then once the glider had actually got up to altitude, I think you go to 1,000 feet. That's how high the winch takes you. And I'd got over the shock of going up like a rocket. Fairly early on into the flight, whilst we still had a little bit of time, the glider instructor asked me this.
Do you want to have a quick go on the controls while we're at this height?
Absolutely.
Okay, so with your right hand, just hold on to the stick very lightly. Look ahead over the nose. See the relationship between the nose and the horizon, or the mounted grounded view. It remains constant. This is the normal gliding attitude.
Right.
When I move the stick forward a small amount, see how the nose goes down?
Yes.
More grounding view, take up a new speed, and I move the stick back again, the nose rises, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Alright, you have control.
I have control.
Okay? So what I want to get you to do now is do a turn to the left. So you push the stick to the left. That's it. Then a bit more. Now centre the stick there. That's it, let it come round. That's good.
Okay.
That's it. That's how easy it is, yeah?
It's a lot lighter than I thought.
Yeah. That's it. Just hold it there. That's good. That's nice. Really good. Anybody think you've done this before? Okay, now push the stick to the right to level the wings. That's it. And now push the stick forward slightly because the nose has come up too high. Now there, hold it back there. Hold centre stick. That's good. Okay, I have control.
You have control. So obviously on this channel, you guys are no stranger to seeing aerial shots of the Peak District. I'm a drone pilot. I have been for, what, 3 years, 4 years, a while. I got a drone license. So I'm always flying something, but I've never been able to be up there at 1,000 feet with my own two eyes. So this felt amazing. I really wasn't sure what to expect and how it was going to feel to fly and put my hand on the stick.
No,
You've done this.
Yeah, and I was trying to explain to you like what to expect, because when I was younger I was in the Air Cadets. I've flown only motorised gliders, so there are more than one type of glider.
Yeah,
there's a motorised glider and a non-motorised, and small little planes. So yeah, I was trying to explain to you like what to expect when you're up there, and what to expect from your instructor when they are going to give you control of the plane.
Yeah, so there's like this whole procedure, like we've just probably shown you this footage, but they will tell you that you now have control. You then have to like relay that back to them to let them know that you have got hold of the stick. And then I got to fly the thing. I basically lived my pilot dreams for about 30 seconds. My total flight for that first flight was probably only about 6 minutes or so. It's all dependent on lift and thermals and how the glider flies on that day. The weather started to turn a little bit at this point.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually that great. So at this point we had to sort of turn around and we came back in to land. So did you have to tell him when you're on final?
Yes. Oh no, all we do is just tell him we're on circuit now.
Right.
That's it. So you can see the airfield, it's all nice and clear. It's a matter of keeping a good lookout to make sure there's no other aircraft around that we're going to get into a problem with.
Sure.
Yeah. Lady Bower right in front of you there.
Yeah, I can't believe how close we are to all of it.
That's it, Mantor, Kinder Scout, that's it, you've got it. You know the area then?
We are YouTubers that do the Peak Districts.
Right.
But I've never seen it from this perspective before. It looks smaller than...
Smaller?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this collective area anyway.
Yeah. That's Bradwell Village to your right there, down there, and then the cement works.
Yep.
You're now tighter turn.
That's brilliant. So air brakes.
Brakes are coming open now.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you very much, sir.
You came down pretty quickly, so I'm guessing the way that the weather was acting, you wouldn't get much
Wasn't great.
lift. So
It actually started to rain at this point, and when I asked the instructor, he says that typically they don't fly in the rain.
yeah.
But because my initial flight was so short, he wanted me to have good value for money. At this point, though, I'm happy. I'm so chuffed with what's happened. I've got to fly, which was my dream come true. But he basically says, do you want another go at this? And of course I said, yes, definitely. This second flight was way shorter than the first one. But he did ask me again, you know, do you want to have another quick go at this while we're up here?
Right, it's up to you. Do you want another go at flying it?
Obviously I said yes to that again. So I basically got to fly the glider twice, which I wouldn't have got if I just had the one flight.
Yeah.
So I was really chuffed with this. It didn't put me off that we were only up there for a short amount of time. Really enjoyed this.
Those happen. Yeah. I'm afraid to say it's part of what we do.
So that was kind of it. I got my 2 goes in a glider. I flew. That makes me a pilot, right? I got a little certificate. They give you a little certificate at the end with like the time that you've flown and everything.
Yeah, the
I actually got 2
airtime.
certificates.
I think your airtime came to like something about 10 minutes. So.
You heard it here first. I've flown for 10 minutes. But we just want to say thank you first of all to Camphill Gliding Club, because this was a paid experience. We used our own money for this. They didn't invite us out or anything. We told them that we were going to be filming during the day.
Yeah.
But the whole experience was great. My gliding instructor was fantastic. He was super friendly. He's been an instructor, or he's been a pilot for 40 years, he told me. So I felt incredibly safe throughout this whole thing.
He actually told us he started out in Air Cadets too, so it's been a very long time for him. And I think that's one of the main things. Like, a lot of people have misconceptions about like flying and gliding, it being like a bit like, oh no, I wouldn't do that. But I think, you know, if you're with someone that's been doing it as long as he has, I think you've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it was a really nice professional setup. He told me in the 40 years he has been doing it, when he was putting his parachute on, he's never had to use his parachute. So if you guys are interested in this, obviously we would highly recommend doing it. It's probably not for everyone, granted, but we wanted to share this with you anyway because you did get to see the Peak District. We pointed out some of the landmarks there. It was a really cool experience. So we're going to leave links in the description to the gliding club. So there's going to be links there for you guys if you want to go and check that out as well. Let them know that we sent you and go and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. So you guys might have noticed that we've been away for a few weeks, probably about a month. We have been away. We've been filming up in Scotland for our 3-part series that you guys, well, hopefully you guys are going to love.
We have been very, very busy. I know been a lack of uploads, but we're going to have a 3-part series coming on a Scottish island. We ain't telling you where it is yet. We're going to drop a trailer very soon, so you've got that to look forward to soon as well. There should be loads of videos coming out ASAP. Also, if you're looking for something to read this September, this thing here. This is the September edition of Derbyshire Life. It's got a big old heather heart on it. If you read this kind of thing, you might see some familiar faces in there. We might be occupying 7% of a corner of a page somewhere. There's a nice little story about us and how we sort of got together in the Peak District. So we're not plugging it, but you know, if you want to go and see our faces in a magazine, hey, we've made it now. We're big time.
Hey.
Go check it out. Okay, so that is it. That was our little flying the Peak District experience. I know it was a little bit different, but we wanted to capture it, like we said, as best we can and still share it with you. It's giving you, hopefully, another activity that you can do in the Peak District. It's going to give you a really unique perspective of the Peak District if you fancy going 1,000 feet in the air. So yeah, hopefully, you know, you enjoyed it.
So if you guys are looking for something else to do in the Peak District, check out our luxury train ride video. That'll show you what we got up to. We had a very fancy afternoon tea on a very nice train.
It was a posh experience. It's another thing that you can consider doing in the Peak District.
So if you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up.
And if you like the look of our faces, this is a pilot's face now. Do consider hitting that subscribe button, join the gang, get involved. That way it should guarantee that you see our faces in the next video. So until then,
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
see ya.